On the 75th anniversary of the D-Day landings, Portsmouth played host to the National Celebration. As well as all the veterans, many of the crowd had a personal connection to that fateful day.
My father was involved, actually, although he passed away many years ago, as did my wife's dad. And he was on a ship called the Erebus, which was a monitor. And they were involved in the bombardment of Utah Beach at the onset of the D-Day landings. They were laid off about 2 miles off the coast. It really does strike you very, very deeply when you read the ages of some of these young men who were killed.
My father was in the RAF, but I was so grateful that he came home. So many didn't.
It's only, I think, as we've grown older that we start to understand what they must have gone through, really.
The enormity of those men's sacrifice was in the forefront of everyone's minds.
We're here to celebrate those who have survived the Dunkirk invasion and also to commemorate those who didn't make it back. If we hadn't did what we did, then we would be living under a different regime now, and we wouldn't have the freedom that we've got. So the guys that didn't return gave the ultimate sacrifice, and we should remember that every year.
With so many foreign dignitaries as well as members of our own royal family in attendance, security was understandably high. But this did not deter thousands of people from wanting to be a part of the day.
Today is not about us really as the public, it's about those 300 veterans in there. And they should have that secure environment in which they can enjoy the adulation that they thoroughly deserve, and along with all of our heads of state, particularly Her Majesty the Queen, of course, and Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump's here he is here to represent the American people and to say thank you to all the American soldiers who also gave a lot of their lives on that day. Lots and lots and lots of them.
All nations who fought were represented, with many visitors coming from across Europe, the Commonwealth and the United States to witness the event.
Coincidentally, it was perfect timing. We're visiting our son-in-law, daughter, and our new grandson. And we always wanted to come to an air show. And we saw Shuttlesworth, Duxford, the decks, the gathering of the decks of the air crew are wearing this. And of course, being a veteran myself of 39 years with the Air National Guard, Minnesota, I just want to pay tribute to them.
Do you think it's right then, kind of as a global community, we get together to celebrate that sacrifice?
Absolutely.
No question about it.
Absolutely.
Wonderful, fantastic.
That was such a historic time.
So glad we did that.
And they basically saved the world, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
The world as we know it.
And whilst it was a day for reflection and thanks, the Americans also reminded us that it was a time for celebration.
The music during that time and the dancing was key to that era and the war effort, and yeah, it really was. For you to be able to endure and survive situations like that, you have to have that camaraderie. You have to be able to enjoy yourselves and have some time so that when you need to really be serious and get down to the terrible job at hand, you can do it.
And how about that 99-year-old survivor?
Veteran.
That
was wonderful.
And to be able to
Those
read
stories.
Comments were just phenomenal, fantastic.
A newscaster back in the United States wrote a book called The Greatest Generation, and I still believe that's true.
Yes.
They were the greatest generation.
Yes.
A flyby and naval gun salute marked the end of the ceremony as Winston Churchill's words resonated, "We shall never surrender." Richard Stringer, That's TV.